new shirt Aunt May gave me. Mom's gonna kill me. God. What'll I do? You! Cheer! What? Cheer, alright. Wow, it's advanced cheer with new color guard. Hey, wait! Don't get caught without it.
Weather woman, we're on the air.
Now, boys and girls, remember, a hurricane is an intense tropical weather system with a well-defined circulation and maximum sustained wind of 74 miles per hour and higher. In the Western Pacific, hurricanes are called typhoons, and similar storms in the Indian Ocean are called cyclones. Now, let's join our very own weather watcher on location with Renee Casey as she remembers Hurricane Alicia.
Every light is burning in a house across town.
Live at Renee Casey's house, and I'm a weather watcher, and as I said, we're live here at Renee Casey's house, and I'm going to be asking her a few questions about the 1983 storm Hurricane Alicia. Well, just to start with, why did you stay during the storm?
Well, weather watcher, actually, we'd been flooded in 1978. We had a bad flood here in Dickinson, and we were afraid that the house would flood again. So we thought if we stayed and the water began to rise that we could move our furniture upstairs. So we decided to stick out the storm.
Well, another question, how did you prepare for the storm?
Well, we did most of the traditional things. We went and bought the water at the store, and we bought canned food like Vienna sausages and things like that. We ran water in the bathtub in case we didn't have any water at all. Bought batteries, and then probably most importantly, we sent both of our children who were little at that time with their grandparents away because we hated, Brian was just 1 and Megan would have been about 5, so we sent them up to Livingston with their grandparents so they would be safe.
Well, what was it like while the storm was going on?
It was awful. Actually, it was fine until about midnight, and what was the worst part was that my sister-in-law, Midge, and her husband, Glenn, were over here with us during the night, and we had all the windows boarded up, and except for in my bedroom, we had some really big windows. And it was really, really scary, and the worst part was everybody was asleep but me. They didn't have any trouble sleeping through the storm, and I went back into our bedroom, and I looked up, and I saw these little cracks in the window, and I thought the windows were all fixing to blow in. And so I ran through the house, waking everybody up, and I told them to come quick and look at the windows. And they were pine needles that had blown up against the window. There weren't any cracks in the window. But anyway, at least I woke them all up, and they were up with me. And but it was getting really bad, and we could hear trees. That was the scariest part. We couldn't see out, but we knew that trees were going down. And so we finally drug some big mattresses into the den. So this room was probably the most protected. And we drug some big mattresses, and I made everybody get behind the couch and under a mattress during the night. And we just had to kind of listen through the night without being able to see. And when light first came, about 5 o'clock, we were able to look out and start to see, some of the devastation.
What was some of the devastation that you did see afterwards?
Well, probably the worst around here. It never did flood, not anything like the rain of 78. But the worst part was the trees, because we have the tall pine trees, and we lost big trees. They missed a truck about this much, and they fell across the street. And but we were real lucky. They fell every direction, but not any of them hit the house. So we were very, very lucky not to lose anything but the trees.
Well, that's pretty much about all the questions I really have for you today. We thank you for your time to have the interview, and just thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Okay. Bye. Okay, I'm Weather Watcher, and we'll be back live, back at the studio. Welcome back to our studio for a few final comments on today's subject, hurricanes. Always remember, when facing a possible hurricane, remember the safety of your pets, no matter what kind. If you leave the area, try to take them with you. But if you can't take them with you, leave plenty of food and water and leave them in a nice above-ground dry level. One final hurricane warning. Always, when in a hurricane, always be alert for tornadoes, which are often spawned by hurricanes, and the calm eye of the storm. After the eye passes, the winds change directly and quickly return to hurricane force. For our studio audience, we have a hurricane preparedness guide for them all, and a tracking chart similar to this one. Join us next week for the Weather Watchers report on tornadoes.
Not a soul inside. The city's looking like a ghost town on a moonlit summer night. Raindrops on the windshield, there's a storm moving. He's heading back from somewhere, the thunder rolls.